Hi, I do a lot of work with a major UK charity advising them on copywriting. And one of the things that we struggle with, I think, or at least they struggle with, is how do you get that message across? Charity copywriting is a tricky one. Your message is usually fairly depressing. Things are terrible, we need to fix them. Secondly, you don't give very much in return for the donation or the support. And three, the stories you tell are often quite depressing. And it seems to me that a lot of charity copywriters have lost sight of what they're trying to achieve. Judging by the copy that I see, and I see a lot, you would imagine that they think that their purpose is to educate or inform people about just how terrible things really are, with lots of statistics and facts and figures. Whereas in fact, if we take a mail shot as an example, the only purpose of the mail shot is to part the recipient from their money. Now, this could be a rather unsettling or slightly discomforting idea for a lot of people who get into this sector for, partly vocational reasons. They're not at the cutting edge of international high finance or profit-making businesses where the only thing that matters is profits. So what's to be done? Well, let's take an imaginary charity mail shot trying to raise money to find a cure for Maslen's disease, which is a tendency to run off at the mouth. And let's sort of work through, I've got a handful of suggestions. Now, the first suggestion is to understand what the purpose of each copy element is. So the purpose of the outer envelope copy is simply to get the recipient to open the envelope. That's it. Nothing else. And it may well be that a photograph of a disfigured child or an oiled seabird is not the best approach. Secondly, don't write begging bowl copy. Begging bowl copy is typified by a headline that says, "With your help we can find a cure for Maslen's disease." Then the body copy opens with a recapping of the same appeal, and the call to action says something like, "Won't you help us find a cure for Maslen's disease?" Instead, figure out what the promise is that you're making to your prospect. Are you offering them a feeling that they're doing good? Are you giving them somewhere outdoors that they can spend quality time with their family? Are you appealing to their sense of being a better person because they're helping injured animals? It doesn't matter, but that's what you have to do because that's all you've got to sell. Thirdly, avoid fancy schmancy design. It's bad for two reasons. First of all, it looks like you've got money to burn. And secondly, it distracts from what you're actually trying to talk about. My recommendation would be that for the letter, you set it in black courier on white with no or minimal illustrations. And have a leaflet if you need it, but keep it simple and relatively cheap looking. Ultimately, writing copy for a charity is no different to writing copy for anything else. You have to think about your prospect and their motivations. You have to think about their objections to doing what you want them to do. And you have to figure out a way to make what you've got to sell, i.e. give me some money and I will make you feel good about yourself, into something that they engage with emotionally and actually want. And if you need some help doing that, please give us a call because we always have plenty of ideas.